All right, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on the submersive that was found by the Titanic wreckage. Five extremely wealthy people died, as you know, and I don't want to celebrate death. This life is so fragile and so unbelievably short, and we all have to die. Um, and it's mind-boggling, and it's sad, and it's existential. But there's been a lot of focus on the billionaires in their um, ill-advised expedition to the bottom of the sea floor there by the Titanic, and there were during this news cycle there were other horrible things happening at sea with people dying. There was a couple incidents over. One was in Greece. I forget where the other one was, but the one in Greece claimed 300 lives. A boat capsized, killing 300 migrant women and children, men, women, and children from Pakistan who are fleeing, you know, an economy that has been brutal to them. Just the usual horrible conditions that would make people, you know, get in a boat and to go anywhere but where they were. And like I said, that boat capsized and they died. And there's minimal news coverage. The billionaires who died, the five extremely wealthy people who died, have all the oxygen in the media right now. Um, if there were 100 stories on both stories, 99 of them would be what happened with the Titan juxtaposed to what happened with the migrants in Greece. And there's a reason for this. There's an explanation for it. Living under a capitalist system, those migrants are worth less. Their human lives, their suffering, their plight is worth less. Let's say that faster. Worthless. Worth less. Worthless. Okay, whatever you want there. These billionaires, they made a choice, and so did the other people. Circumstances were really different, though. One was for vanity, one was for sheer survival. And our focus should be on people who need help, like refugees, not billionaires. Refugees. If we lived in a humane system, which capitalism is not a humane system, those migrants would get the lead story. Those migrants would get lead priority in the news cycle. But capitalism has conditioned you, has conditioned me as well, to think that these billionaires are more important than 300 dead migrants who also died at sea. It's really eye-opening to me. Like, I really feel something opening up here in my consciousness. Like, oh my God, I've been sucked into this story about the billionaires who died, and not even thinking about those migrants who died in similar ways at sea, but because they didn't have anything, they haven't built anything, they haven't made anything, their lives are worth less under a capitalist system. And that translates to our mindsets, and it's very subliminal. It can be overt too, but it's subliminal. And I caught myself being subliminally sucked in to caring more about billionaires than migrants, because the news media, the capitalist news media, cares more about wealthy people. And wealthy people are worth something more than migrants who have nothing. Same human life. They have kids. They have dreams. They have blood. They have skin. They have thoughts. They're no different than anybody else. But we're conditioned to believe that they are. And they're not that important. And that breaks me. It breaks my spirit. And it just makes me realize once again how low our humanity functions under the crushing weight of capitalism, and how our own greed and personal interests keep our humanity on life support. It just proved it to me in a stark moment during all this media coverage, how I wasn't paying attention to those people, their plight, their unfortunate incident, and I didn't understand why until I thought, oh, it's literally about money. Those people didn't have money. They had nothing to offer. They had nothing to sell. Our humanity is weak under capitalist systems. It just is. I feel it. I'm disgusted with it. You should be too. Because those migrants and their plight do matter. What they were fleeing from does matter. How they died matters. How we can change the system, the global system, to something that works more for everyone, that matters. But we're conditioned to act like they don't matter. It's miserable. That's a miserable way to be. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you're doing well.